the reason you run into these kind of men are where you decide to put your direction, like where your focus is at. If you're going, and this is men and women included, I don't give a fuck. If you're going to the club, if you're going to places where most likely trouble is gonna come, what do you think you're gonna find? Gold?
Exactly. Like, what my question is, I'm like, here's the
Diamond in
thing.
the rough.
But here's my thing. Here's my thing. You go to the club talking about, oh, this black man and shit. Okay, did you go to the library? Did you go to like a conference? Did you
They
go
gonna catch you for
like,
that, bro.
I don't give a fuck. like, did you go to the library? If me, I want a hardworking, educated woman. I went to college, so I'm gonna look for women that went like in my school.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the O2 podcast. This is what, episode 24, I believe? 24. Because 23 just went out.
Close
Maybe
enough.
just want to check. How y'all weeks been, bruv?
Cool. I think.
Good.
Anything special happened this week? Y'all got into anything? No? Or nothing y'all want to discuss on camera?
I ate IHOP.
I haven't had a hop in a minute.
I mean, I started
But-
going out.
How's that been going?
Honestly, I realized I'm like, shit, being cooped up in the crib all day don't do me no good.
No,
Shit.
It doesn't. It doesn't, but I feel like if
too
I,
much though is a no. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that I feel like if I'm gonna go out, you gotta go out with the right crowd of people. Like you know what you're doing, like you know what you're getting into, like you know what.
how did I forget this story? Oh my god, bro. So wait, I think I already told you guys over the thing, bro. So tell me why I went out with like a group of girls. No, yeah, you already a group of Caucasian girls. It was four of them.
Nigga, it's
Why
simple.
is
You still
that
got snow on you?
No. But they my homies though. But here's my thing. I'm going out to the bar, right? We went to the bar together. And then so I walk in. They all four of them came in first and I walked in. And this black shorty looked at me. At first she looked at me. And at first she looked at me. And then she looked at the group of girls. And then looked at me, gave me the meanest, nastiest fucking look. She like, and then looked me up and down like, and then, bro, I broke out laughing, like straight up. I wasn't even hiding it, and then they just looked at me for a second, and they're like, I'm like, nothing, bro. But my thing is, bro, that shit was so fucking funny because it's like, imagine it's like, bro, my thing is. At the end of the day, I'm gonna go out with whoever the fuck I want to go out with. I don't give a fuck how it looks like, cause I'm grown, nigga. I'm like, I do what the fuck I want to do. At the end of the day, I'm grown. But at this, bro, she gave me the nastiest look, and it's for like a good 5 minutes. Cause like when you can feel somebody just staring at you, and that's what it just felt like. And then something was just like I just felt somebody staring at me, and then we locked eyes for like a quick second. Bro, meanest look. And in my head, I'm like, damn. I was like, if you think I'm taking down 4 things at one, then I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Well, I'm not that powerful in life. But bro, that shit had me so fucking weak, bro. Cause I'm just sitting down here like, bitch. I'm like, damn. Nah, man.
I don't got no stories for you guys, but hopefully next episode because I told you guys we have a volleyball tournament coming up and things. So I gotta get in the gym. Yeah, it's like what happened?
Get in the gym like he's already has a bed in there and sleeps there.
I was there till 2 a.m. yesterday, but that's not besides the point.
Yeah, you
First
find
time-
out once you join the group chat, this nigga doesn't sleep. This nigga doesn't sleep. I wake up, I see text messages at 2, 4 in the morning. I'm like, bro.
We have to keep
It's not that
production
deep.
going. We have to be on top of it, bro. I'm telling you, we're gonna make it out the trenches. Trust. But that's the point. We're gonna get Ibrahim his Nissan GTR someday. All cash, no loan, all cash.
All cash. Y'all niggas gotta put in work so that can get me that shit, bro. Come on, man.
Nigga, we're trying.
Exactly.
But the time I was there's a conversation I heard on a different podcast this week when I was listening to it, and it was a situation with cancel culture, and I was like, this is probably permanent because I gave up on Love Island, but so I think I'm gonna watch the finale today just to get it over with, just to be like I finished it. But other than that, like this show's done for me. But what are you guys' initial thoughts on like? Well, I'll give you guys what the guys on the podcast said, and then we'll drive the discussion and we'll keep it going from there.
Okay.
So the thing with what you're saying about cancel culture is cancel culture can only get you if you portray yourself as somebody you're not.
Yeah.
For example, I don't know if you guys watched this, but the Tinder swindler. When the whole thing about his story came out, do you know he was doing brand deals that were paying him about $20,000 per gig? And people were like,
per date,
okay with that. So it was like the guy. So the point he was making was that the only way cancel culture can get you is if you go out in public, portray yourself to be somebody that you're not. You come off as this good person, and they find something bad about you that doesn't align with what you're showing to the public. That's how they get you. But if you were to go out in public and just be yourself and be like, I'm this awful individual, people are going to judge you. But it's like if you did something, they'll be like, we saw this coming. We can't really cancel him because we knew who he was.
Yeah, because I feel like I agree. Because I feel like in person in general, I feel like okay, this is my take on how society is now. I feel like in society, as I'm getting older, I realize a lot of people are living lives that they fucking hate. That they hate themselves, they hate their lives. Because real talk, real people who are doing real shit that matters and making growth in their life, that like great growth for themselves, they're not on the internet worried if another nigga is doing some bad shit, sitting down writing like 40-page on why this is bad, trying to cancel a celebrity. They don't give a fuck because they're out there trying to get it for themselves. But majority of the people on the internet who are like, when you see certain people argue about certain shit on the internet, you're just like, don't you have real life purpose? Do you have like a job, kids, like something that you desire for yourself? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm on the internet too, but I'm not arguing on it. I'm not going back and forth for somebody I don't even know. I'm not worried about a celebrity who don't know me and stuff like that. So it's like a lot of people, you got to realize as I get older, a lot of people are living lives they don't want, they hate. And so when they see somebody else either living their dream or living the life that makes them happy or like that's fulfilling them, that shit bothers the fuck out of them. Cause it's like it's like a projection thing. Cause it's like they can see this person happy, and especially if it's in front of the whole world to see, they wait for you to do one thing. One thing. It don't even gotta be two. One thing, one minor thing for them to hate. There are, and then the thing is, it's like there are so many miserable people. They come together. And it's like they don't even see how miserable they are. Like, you ever talk to like a group of miserable single women? There are single women who are happy being single, and miserable single women who are happy, who are just miserable things. So when they see a happy, he not doing this, he not doing that. And then the same thing with the guys when they the same thing too. And so it's like a lot of like all miserable people come together. It's just the blind leading the fucking blind. So don't get me wrong. There's people that like R. Kelly. That nigga need to get canceled. Absolutely, he need to get canceled. But there are certain things like
if a nigga's peeing on you,
I'm sorry. You sound like Riley. You ever seen that?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's like, I see piss coming, I move. She saw piss coming. He's like, if I see, he's like Huey. If you pee and I'm in the way, what do y'all do? I get out the way. He's like, I see piss coming, I move. She saw piss coming, she stayed. He's like, so why are Kelly?
Like that
and it's like, as a kid, and when I was like 10 years old, I'm watching, I'm like, that does make sense. As an adult, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, bro, so many people on the internet are just so miserable. And it's like, at the end of the day, we're all human. We're not perfect. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. There are certain things, certain actions, you need to get canceled for that. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, you're causing harm to somebody, and your way of thinking is like, oh, there's no way. Absolutely not. And I feel like some mistakes, we need to allow people to grow, and instead of like just automatically like bashing them and stuff like that, put them to the side and educate them. There's certain things where I'm like, when somebody gets canceled for it, I'm like, we trying to cancel them for that shit? I'm like, I can understand why we're mad, but that's something like that's one of those teachable moments. Like, don't get me wrong. If you're 40 and you're racist, this ain't a teachable moment, nigga. You just racist. Like, there's no room for that. But I feel like if you think about it from a sane brain, like you need to give everybody some room to grow in certain areas. Other things, it's like it depends on. There's certain things that's like, no, that's not acceptable at all. But there's other things where it's like it's a simple mistake. At the end of the day, you can just pull somebody to the side. Because I feel like if you're being genuine, to be honest with you, like it's so funny the Travis Scott and the Pusha T beef. Like I was thinking about it. Like y'all know how Pusha T and Travis Scott they dropping diss tracks on each other and don't like each other. I know Quadro ain't thing. Pusha T is this rapper. This nigga like 50 years old. He just don't like Travis Scott. Oh, so you know he just don't. I don't
know Travis. The beef though. I know who they are.
Yeah, he just don't like Travis Scott because he feels like Travis Scott doesn't stand for nothing, which is respectable. I understand it, but his first thing was he just dropped the diss track on him automatically because of that shit. But my thing is, I feel like if you genuinely cared about that shit, I was like, bro, you would have real talk, you would have pulled him to the side on some, bro, I think this ain't this and that. But I think Pusha T is just one of them niggas that hate everybody. You know, like he a hater at heart. Like if you listen to him rap, you could tell this nigga is I hate you, and if I don't like you, I'm gonna make it be no. Fuck any of that shit. But I feel like honestly though, I feel like it depends on the situation where it's like, okay, that need to get canceled versus, all right, this is a teachable moment. We pull you to the side and let you know. Do I feel like for certain things, somebody should lose brand deals, lose all their life earnings and stuff like that off of like small mistake and things like that? No. But also it's like there's certain things, there's different levels, like racism, rape, certain like murder. Nah, bro, you can't sit out here.
Rape, you should not even be getting canceled. Lock that nigga up.
Yeah,
why are you talking about canceling?
Give him the chair.
There are still some rapists out here. There are still some. I mean, Mason Greenwood still has a career. Mason Greenwood still has a career.
Because the girl came and she was like, nah, blah, blah, blah.
And then she dropped the charges. Doesn't mean he did it. Exactly. Doesn't mean he didn't do it. He did do it because we have irrefutable evidence.
But you can't drop the charges.
Capital I.
Exactly.
Irrefutable.
Okay.
Capital irrefutable. Capital RREFUTABLE. Irrefutable.
I don't know if you spelled that right.
I don't know what you spelled. I'm going to keep it up.
Irrefutable.
Irrefutable. Search it up.
Spell it.
IRREFUTA. Nigga, you not about to question my
FUU.
But he's just rage baiting at this point. But my thing, let's stay on topic, because my thing is, my biggest problem with cancel culture is that like it's like, and as we were saying, I just feel like it's a bunch of miserable people who want to make other people as miserable as they are. Like that's the whole driving force of this whole thing. Let's take our Love Island girlie Sierra for example, right? And before I don't keep. Oh, okay, we get it, Ibra. We get
wrong.
it.
You said
we
one
get
R.
it, Ibra. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it. So
don't feed into what?
My thing with Sierra is that she went and she said like a racial slur and whatever, and it's like I'm like, okay, cool, like she did it. My thing is when it got pointed out and it was like, okay, she did something wrong. Obviously, she should be penalized, right? Her coming up with Love Island, I feel like that had to happen because they packed Yulisa up. Like there was no other way to combat the issue other than the fact that this is the same thing. The same crime deserves the same punishment. I understand that. The fact that people are calling ICE on her family, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That stands with my point. It doesn't matter. You don't need a little thing to get canceled. People could cancel you for anything.
Exactly.
People are not logical.
I'm like
stupid. People are stupid.
But I'm like the culture shouldn't be more of like we want to. It's like if somebody does something wrong, depending on what the crime is. Again, I agree. Certain things like rape, murder, like beating women, you like some certain stuff.
You deserve to get your life.
You deserve all that hate that's coming your way.
Exactly.
I feel like it's like they did something. It's like okay, educate them. They apologize, and they have one of
and they already got penalized for it. They got kicked off the show.
They got penalized or they took some kind of penalty for it. The creator has one of two options. You apologize and you move on and you let your actions show you've actually learned. Cool. We as consumers also have an option. You could either choose to support this creator or you could just turn off and not support them anymore. Because guess what? The way they live their life off of your support.
And also the thing is too, this sticks with you for life. You ain't getting away from it. And
You want
and
to
it's
see the
like
world
it comes with
burn.
the territory.
But I get it. But I'm just like some of these people that are judging. I remember I saw something on TikTok where it's like I see people getting canceled for something me and my homies doing a group chat on a daily,
Right.
and I'm just like, I remember, and I'm just like,
Regular.
and I remember I took a class once in college where it was like, we are all criminals. We are all criminals. Hear me out. The only difference, some of us got caught.
I mean,
That's
that's how crime works.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like it's like, but
Yeah, that's how
but that's the
it's
thing.
supposed to work. I mean,
But no, but that's the thing is like you're not better than anybody. Like the only like literally the
Oh,
only
yeah.
moral difference between you and somebody else is somebody just got caught and you did it.
Yeah. But you see, the thing is, me canceling you makes it seem like I ain't never done that.
That's my problem. That's my problem.
that's the
And
thing.
some people, I just want to see the world burn.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's what I say. I'm like, listen, the real people who are out there making stuff happen, like going out and living life the way it's meant to be, not just sitting on the back of their phone, they're not worried about stuff like this. They might see it, but they're not gonna always be like put their two insights on it. You think a lawyer is on the internet? Probably are. But you think a lawyer is on the internet making like 200K a year? Worried about somebody, oh, they did this, so they got to do that. They don't give a
Shade
fuck.
room.
It's like it's because it's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like, damn, that's crazy. It happened. Okay, I got my own stuff to do. Like, you know what I mean? They will give a reaction. But they're not gonna go out their whole way to like do something about it in a sense. And it's like when you tell people that, they be like, oh, you don't
Yeah,
care.
people
I'm like,
people are
I'm
very
saying-
disconnected from
Yeah,
the real
yeah,
world.
yes.
Like heavily disconnected. For
Heavily.
example, take the DDG and Haley situation.
Exactly.
People are fighting as if they are Halo and it's affecting them.
Yes.
They are fighting in comment sections. They are making think pieces.
Oh my.
And I get it. Like, you
No.
want to blow up. No, I get it. You don't want to go do a regular job. You want to make money off social media. But it gets to a point where you got to discern. You got to use
what I'm saying.
discernment and logic. Like,
That's
yo,
what I'm saying. There
what are you
are
doing?
people. The only justifiable thing I could find to why people would be making thinkies of it, there are people who genuinely make money off of this stuff. If you're telling me you're making like $1,000 a video talking about a situation that's popular and trending with your two pieces, I get it. But there are some people for the free ski, like for free, would
Perpetuating
go
hate.
on their phones, not even a video where you could potentially get monetized, in the comment section.
perpetuating hate.
I feel like a comment shouldn't be more than a sentence long. Personally, that's just me though.
Hey, I don't read past a period.
You have a paragraph long explaining why the creator is wrong, and this guy that I like, John Cannon, John Cannon,
John is cool. He's funny.
like that's what I'm saying is that like, and that's why like usually these times when I consume like, when I consume like stuff on TikTok, like I pay attention to the character of the person. John has never come online and said, "I'm this high arching messiah I should be following." That nigga said, "I get paid off TikTok. I make $8 a month. I'm gonna talk my shit, whether you like me or not. My bank account is filled and every month." That's why it's him and this other guy. He's called Hefe. So
I said, oh, my fault. Okay, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. And they like when they're giving their think pieces, you could just tell it's one of those things where they see it, it could potentially rise people up, and they come talk about it. But every time, like people are trying to cancel them off of, like the most, and like some of the takes they make, I'm just like, if you think about this logically, it's not a crazy take.
People are not logical.
He's like, because I remember one thing he was getting canceled for not too long ago, and I don't think you noticed it, bro. So I'm gonna just tell me what you think about it. Because he was like, a lot of women complain about like how like there's a lot of bad minutes and stuff like that. And he was like, just don't go where the issue is. He's like, I know. He's like, I don't go where the YNs be at because I don't want the issue. I don't go to the clubs and bars because I don't want the issues that come to the bars and clubs. So he's like, they lit his ass up on social media for that. And I'm in the back of my phone like,
He's not wrong. Like he's not wrong. Because here's the thing. Like when I see men get on the internet, they be like, women expect this, women expect that, woman da 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 da. I be like, sometimes I'm like, in real life, I'm like, I don't meet men. There are some, but they're not the majority. You meet some, but then again, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, where are they meeting these type of people? And then they tell you the places that they go, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much fucking sense. I'm like, listen, I was like, bro, because we've been around women who when a woman who has her own money, has her own goals and desires, bro, they be chill as fuck. So some of the things that these people be complaining about, I'm like, maybe it's not the girls, it's the girls you're choosing to pick. You know what I mean? If I want a false nine, I don't go get an all out strike all out nine and be like, oh man, he can't do this. I go ahead and look for a false nine, brother.
And piggyback off that, another thing that brought up on TikTok this week is like this woman went like on social media and was like, this video blew up out of nowhere. It was like a 7-second video. She was like, my life improved when I stopped dating black men, right? And the comments, I'm watching all the girlies be like, clock it. I'm like, I don't know why people don't realize the reason you run into these kind of men are where you decide to put your direction, like where your focus is at. If you're going, and this is men and women included, I don't give a fuck. If you're going to the club, if you're going to places where most likely trouble is going to come, where do you think you're going to find gold?
Exactly. Like, what my question is, I'm like,
Diamond in the rough.
But here's my thing. You go to the club talking about, oh, this black man and shit. Okay, did you go to the library? Did you go to like a conference? Did you
They
go?
gonna cancel you for that, bro.
I don't give a fuck. like, did you go to the library? If I want a hardworking, educated woman. I went to college, so I'm gonna look for women that went like in my school. Did you go on LinkedIn? How about fuck that? Go on LinkedIn.
Shooting your shot on LinkedIn.
But it makes more sense. It makes more. But he's not wrong though.
Like, it makes sense though. Like at the end of the day, like if an individual is like, oh man, I always seem to pick it. You're the one picking them. You're the one picking them. I'm confused.
That's why I don't
but
like the whole.
sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes people lie enough. But you are right. You are the
Yeah.
one picking them. No matter how much someone could lie, if you pay
Certain
attention,
things you can't see. Yeah, thank you.
if you pay attention, especially let's say you've been with someone for 4 years, you tell me you never knew they never had a job.
Exactly.
Like that's and I'm just like, it doesn't make, I'm just like, and it kills me because it's like, and I think John Cannon talked about this too, and then I'll be listening to his think pieces because most of the time he be trolling, and some of the times I'm just like, y'all hate him, but he's not really like, he's not saying anything that's like out of pocket or like, am I the issue here?
Yeah.
Like, but but in my head I'm just like, it doesn't make any, like, you need to learn how to properly educate someone when they make a mistake instead of trying to just condemn, like, shoot, like this, like that's a bad person. So in my head, I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense. But then again, we're not on here to do some stuff. But like, I'm just like, it's not like, sometimes I feel like people need to get out their feelings sometimes when it comes to like stuff and just use, like, if the logic makes sense, why are we getting our feelings about this?
No,
Because
honestly,
it's not their logic. That's not what they subscribe to. And it gets to a point where, honestly, what I believe, the world is crashing and burning. People are losing their minds because they're too into social media, right? So that's becoming their new world. And whenever someone's talking, sometimes I'm just like,
Shut the
I
fuck
could
up.
tell. Yeah, I could tell you don't really go outside and run. I could
Like,
tell when
I
you
feel
walk
like-
up the stairs, you run out of breath.
I
could
feel like
tell,
honestly,
bro, get a life.
one thing I've realized in life, and it's also, it took me some time to realize this about myself. It's much, people search for comfort in general. Like human psychology, it's like people will do what's comfortable, and it's much easier to condemn somebody for doing wrong than to look towards yourself and say, what am I doing wrong? A lot of people, what they complain about, like with other people, is just projection. It's easy to call out the flaws in other people. Somebody calls out it's much harder to look at yourself and be like, damn, I'm not really this, I'm really like that. Like, I'm not sitting down here saying it's easy for me to I do it all the time, but I can sit down here and be like, Ibra, what's wrong? What would you think your flaws is? I'm like, I could do that myself. I could definitely do that. You're like, you know what? And not just acknowledge it, because life isn't just that. It's about taking action towards making it better too. People don't do that. It's easy
No,
to
they
just be
don't.
like,
They
oh,
don't.
okay.
They don't.
They don't. And that's
They say,
the
my bad.
problem.
And then
And
repeat it.
people don't, and then repeat it again. And that's the problem. And it's like, it's easy. I'm like, people who are out there doing stuff that actually matter, they're not on the internet arguing about dumb shit. Like when I see like these relationship marriage takes and stuff like that, bro, I be like, in real life, we know a bunch of couples who've been married for 20 years, 30 years and stuff like that, da 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 da. They're not on the internet on the thing telling me marriages don't work, marriages don't this, because they're actually outside enjoying their marriage. I'm like, it's only the single ones.
Working on their problems and working them through to keep their marriage stronger. They don't have time to sit.
Yes, they're not delusional about their marriage.
And also, like, especially where you said basically misery loves company. When someone posts a video of themselves and their partner, and the comment section is like, "Oh, he really don't love you for real because he's not smiling."
Yeah.
I saw a video. These people are getting ready to go to a wedding, right? I think she was wearing a green dress. He's wearing a suit, and he was helping her get ready. People are telling her to leave him because he's not excited about her and how beautiful she looks.
Which is so crazy.
You're telling someone to leave their partner because of a 3-second clip. You saw them not smiling. And it was a sound over the video. So even if he was complimenting her, you wouldn't hear it. But you're telling someone to leave their partner for that.
Because that's what I'm saying. And I don't understand why people don't realize this, is that social media is a highlight reel of somebody's life, or it's like there are certain things they're not putting up there. So when people go on social media and they see these happy couples, what they don't realize is this is 7 seconds or this is 10 seconds of their 24 hours. Mm-hmm. What people are not putting together is that there's a whole 23 hours, 59 minutes of stuff that goes on that you don't see. People have somehow made that 7-second clip make it seem like that has to be a whole reality.
Yep.
And I remember I listened to somebody was talking about it. Somebody was like, and this is the reason why we're seeing so many issues and so many think pieces on relationships and so many conversations about relationships happen, because everybody has an opinion about a highlight reel they saw of somebody else's.
The first question we got to start asking these people: are you in a relationship? How long have you been in it? And is your partner happy with you? Not are you happy? It's your partner happy.
Because I feel like people
Ask
get
those
into
three questions first.
And like, I was in the same thing about like the whole demographic about talking about like men don't approach women anymore. I'm just thinking, I'm just like because every time I hear it, my brain just starts going numb, because I'm like, how are you getting mad? You told men to stay in the house, and we're staying in the house, and you're still getting mad.
No,
what do you want us to do?
You saw the video I dropped today on TikTok. Shorty slid into this man's DM.
Oh my God.
Right? She said, "You look so good, I'll let you buy me lunch."
Is that supposed to be a threat?
No. You look so good, I'll let you buy me lunch. That's her shooting her shot at him.
The man left her on scene.
She got upset because he left her on scene. Bro, a girl comes to you for not even a hi, not even a good morning, not even a hello. She said, "You look so good, I'll let you buy me lunch." Off rip, she's coming at you with a bill.
And the funny part about that,
and she's talking about, "I got game."
But the crazy part about that shit too is sometimes they wouldn't, like, when I hear certain think pieces, like when women be on some like, men used to do this, men used to do that. I'm like, okay, cool, but I'm like, a lot of some women that I've met, a lot of their expectations is, I expect without giving. That's the
Yes.
problem. A lot of women. That's like,
women do that,
a
bro.
lot of American women, there's this delusional belief. I expect what I get. Perfect example. I was watching. Did you guys watch Love Island with Huda and Chris about the whole situation? What he's mad about? Okay, so Chris is basically mad about the fact that Huda won't kiss him out in public. Okay.
Oh no, I know that.
Yes, yeah. Huda won't kiss her in public, And then Chris is like, yo, bro, I don't get it. We fucked. But you're sitting out here talking about you don't want to give me a kiss in public. And then she was like, I moved really fast with Jeremiah here, da 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 da, and thing like that. And I understand that. And then he was like, I get that, but we're fucking. And he's like, and if that was the case, we should have never did
people,
this.
mind you.
A room full of people to my left and my right. And then she was like, but I don't. And she's standing firm on it. I'm not kissing you in public because I just don't think I'm ready. And then Chris was like, you know what? You're not budging. Da 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 da. I don't care. Cool. Next. Literally that second, she goes, oh, by the way, in the morning, I like you giving me words of affirmation to show that you notice me. I said
She wouldn't give him affirmation, yo.
and she wouldn't, and she wouldn't. But even though she knows that she won't give her, but he wants a kiss in public. You're sitting out here saying right after you tell him, no, I can't, da 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 da. Even though we're fucking, well, I like words of affirmation. Part of it, I blame Chris because I'm just like, bro, you should have stood your ground and be like, listen, I get it, I understand it, but I'm not Jeremiah. I'm me. So it's like a lot. And then the thing is too, you can't. I don't blame the women. I blame the men that allow it to happen. There's a difference.
100%.
I don't because it's like
100%.
I feel like to a certain extent, like every woman only does what she feels like she can let a man will let her get away with.
I feel like that's everyone though.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just women. Anyone.
Like, not women.
Yeah, like you can meet someone. People will disrespect you as much as you allow.
As much as you
That's
allow.
it right there.
But I think what Ibra's trying to say is that like the only reason she like the audacity to even do it is in the first place because she knows if man A is tolerating it, man B definitely can too.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like, and this is why I love taking accountability. I really think it's our fault as men because we've let too much things slide up to this point, and now it's like that's the standard.
Because of
that's
horniness. Oh my god,
Messing up the economy.
Niggas just
Literally.
mess the economy because of horniness. Like it's so crazy how like the market is so messed up, and it's not even. And it's like us as men, we're the ones fucking up the bar. I don't blame women for having certain expectations. I blame the men for setting certain expectations. Like for example, it's like what was one thing? Like the fact that like some men like straight up they'll just start buying certain shit. In this economy, I don't got that much for the both of us. I could buy you something, but buying you like certain, like a Gucci bag or some shit like that.
If I had a good week, you could get a chopped cheese with Arizona on a good week. That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't and I don't even blame men. I blame the 35-year-old men who are shopping in the same store I'm shopping. That's what we really gotta get at.
My store. Get out my store! Bro!
I'm like, I am 23 at an entry. My life literally just getting started. I just got me some independent money. Why am I competing with you after 2 promotions and executive position? I'm not gonna win.
Bro,
Because
so
they
crazy.
never won back then either, bro.
Exactly.
They just do it.
That's the
But
crazy
hurt people
part.
can't hurt people.
That's-
Eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind.
Listen, that was the crazy part. That's the crazy part. I'll never forget. So one of this girl that I'm friends with, what's it called? She's probably like 19 or 20. I was like, you need a ride back? And then she was like, yeah, sure. And then so she see my car. She was like, oh my God, you got a really nice car. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know. It's a car, I guess. And then she was like, I wish more niggas would have more. I wish the niggas I talk to would have cars like this. I'm like, well, they're 19. What are you expecting from them? I'm 24. I have a 5-year head start against them. They won't be in the financial place I was. I'm like, at 19, what the fuck was I doing? Shit, nigga, I was walking everywhere. I didn't even have a bike yet. Bro, I had
city bike, nigga.
Bro, I was on the city bikes. And the shit wasn't even mine. bro, at 19, I had the city bikes. When I got to my college, I bought my own bike. That was a level up for me. I finally own the shit now. And then what was for 3 years? And then what? And then I bought my first car, which broke down on me in 3 months. And then I bought another car. But I'm like, this is the stepping stone.
And that's why I'm
you
like,
know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like people, like, and men and women both as well. You come in with these expectations in mind that are not completely realistic.
Yes.
Like at the age of 20, at the age of like you said, at the age of you had a bike. I just stopped walking 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
I just stopped walking. So
Exactly.
in my head, I'm like, there's no reason you're gonna look at me sideways for having a certain lifestyle. Where it's like my level of I can't compete. Now, don't get me wrong. If I was 35 still walking, I understand.
You have a fucking problem.
I understand.
Yeah.
But life just kicking off, and I'm like, men and women included. Like, I don't know what it's like unrealistic expectations men have when they get into relationships. But I know for women, it's like you want them to take care, you want to do all this. I'm just like,
But yeah, you're not
I just
wrong.
wanna
It's
be
the fact
loved.
that like it's other men that's setting these crazy standards, but it's like to a lot of women, it's not registering to them. Listen, he's the one that got you used to that lifestyle. Don't come over here and expect that shit from me. You want that lifestyle, you go back to him or somebody else in this ballpark. You talking to us, bro, because like these 35-year-old, 45-year-old niggas is still going for 20-year-old girls, 20, 25-year-old girls. This is my age. This is my ballpark. This is like comparing Messi's prime to Lamine Yamal. I'm just getting started.
And that's why I always say, those 35-year-old plus men that are stooping on that low, there's a reason the women their age have left them alone because they're cornballs. But you, that young, aren't going to see that.
No, my thing.
Keep it pushing.
Niggas be like, if you can't afford me, don't come.
I'm not going.
These days, I wish that's what people would lead with. If I was to meet a woman right now, they looked at me and said, "If you can afford me, leave." Okay.
Respect.
Okay. Nice to meet you. Have a lovely day. Stay blessed. I'm leaving.
I don't even get that. Like, if you can't afford,
I'm not. But I'm just like,
I feel like some things, to be honest with you, let it be known at the gate. Let it be known at the gate automatically. Because I feel like if you can't afford me, and in the moment that sentence alone lets me know the type of woman you are, anyways, and I wouldn't want that in my life.
But I feel like people. That's the thing. People are too scared about like hurting feelings and doing that. Like I feel like there's nothing wrong if you meet somebody and be like, if I'm looking for a man that's making six figures, he pays my rent, takes care of my 6 kids. Cool. That's not me. Thank you for letting me put that out the gate. I'm gonna just hop back the other way. But
6 figures for 6 kids.
I started TikTok video about that. The woman was trolling, but she came and she was like, "Yeah, like you need to." She was like, "You need to be able to." The expectations were so realistic, like unrealistic. Like 5 seconds in, I knew she had to be trolling. She was like, if you're not making 6 figures, if you don't own a car that's big enough for me and my 3 kids to put the seats in the back, if you don't already own a home." She's like, if you don't already own a home with 3 bedrooms plus, looking to buy your next one, don't talk to me. Right?
People actually subscribe to that though.
And the men were fierce in the comments. And then she was like, I was joking, but you could clearly tell the men that don't got this are the ones that's butthurt. And I'm like, I get it. I get it.
But here's the thing. Even if she was like, let's say she was being dead ass, she's gonna get somebody. But like, here's the thing though. This is like the type of man that expects nothing else. But hey, she's bad. She's eye candy in my arm. I feel like it's honestly one thing we don't talk about as men, to be honest with you. I feel like a lot of us, we don't talk about how a lot of men, either one, they only get with other women so they can brag to other men how many bitches they are getting. Or 2, they can
pause you.
What?
You're not gonna say the name, but there's a individual that comes to mind that fits that exact description you just said.
I think we already both know. One, say it in 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. But that's the part though. Like and that's we don't talk about that. I feel like as men, we don't discuss certain things that go on as much as women do. But there certainly needs to be some level of conversation. A lot of men just get with certain women as an ego boost, just so that they can say, "Look who I got next to me," even though she might be a whore, she might not really like you. Like she might not like you. She might be a terrible human being. But guess what? And you as an individual, you know it. But guess what? She bad. Everybody outside compliments me. And it's like eventually, I've met guys who are like, yo, bro, like I'll never forget, bro. When I was in college, my freshman year, there was this one dude. mind you, quiet dude, chill ass fuck. Like, bro, he is so chill. But he is so chill. And then he was a sophomore dating a senior. I'm talking about she bad. Like she bad. And then I remember every day, bro, we would be like, nah, bro, she bad, bro. She bad. And then the nigga would be like, bro, I promise you, it's not worth it. Like, he would say it with his mouth. Like, he would be like, yo, bro, she bad, but the things that I have to go through with this woman, bro, like, straight up isn't even funny. And I remember, like, bro, I'll sit at the table, bro. Yeah, no, like he is, but it's one of those girls where it's like they really bad, and you could tell like nobody has ever called them out for their actions. We've all met some type of girls like it's like we could tell obviously nobody ever really sat you down, have you true conversation with you. It's just because you're bad, everybody just lets you do whatever you want. And for me, I don't really care enough to correct you. I'm not your father. I don't really care. But you could tell nobody ever told him anything. And then he was like, yo, bro, it's not for. And I remember one day, he was like, Shorty got mad at him because he not giving him enough attention because he on the game. So she dead took his controllers and just hid them. You could tell how heated this nigga was when he just sitting there. And then she laughing, but he just like, you could tell he is so pissed off. But it's one of those situations of, oh, well, she bad as fuck, though.
That's what I'm saying. That, like,
you know what I mean? And it's like, as men, like, we accept that because, oh, she bad. She's eye candy. Everybody's going to compliment me. We don't get rid of it.
That was good. That was like acceptable behavior, as in like high school and like maybe beginning of college. It's like
no,
you have the time.
That's the problem.
No, Quasi. Hear me out. Like there's a time and a place to make mistakes. Like you have like for example, in high school, if I popped out with the baddest girl in high school, nobody really cares about the mental fortitude she's putting me in. All I know is that when I step outside, I am that
the baddest girl.
Yes,
yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Beginning of college, cool. Like I feel like once you're like, and I feel like the problem isn't even that we don't address it. The problem is people don't know when to get out of phases and grow up. Yes. Like that's that's the issue. Yes. The issue has never been some stuff. It's like don't do it. Like there is a time and a place to get that stuff done. Once you get past that threshold, let it go. What is the point of having the prettiest girl if all you're doing is stressed out and you're 24/7? It's not worth it.
Exactly.
But back in high school, when I had nothing but homework and no bills, yes, I have time to worry about this stuff. Yeah. Yes, I can be stressed.
Yeah. Like that's the thing though. Like that's the thing. Like I'm saying, I feel like that you're right. There is phases in life for everything. Like one thing now that I'm not worried about is how like my fashion sense. Like don't get me wrong. I'm gonna still put on clean clothes, still smell nice, so like take care of myself. Like what's it called? Hygienically, I shower twice a day, deodorant, cologne, I'm not worried about whether I have on J's, whether I'm matching with the if my jeans are denim, if the fashion logo and stuff like that. Like I'm like, bro, listen, I don't care about that shit no more. As a teenager, as a youngin' in college, I cared about that. I'm like, now, bro, it's like, I don't care about that shit. I'm like, listen, bro, I go to Burlington, buy me some shirts that fit. We on to the next one, bro. I don't really give a shit.
I'm not even gonna lie. I never cared about that because at a certain point, my mom stopped buying me shit. So, no matter what you tell me, especially, you remember in middle school, them shoes? Literally, the moment we hit 8th grade, I realized nothing was gonna change. I started buying my own shit. Niggas laugh at me. I took that shit on the chin because it's like I'm buying this for myself, nigga. You laughing at me because I ain't got no J's on? The fuck? I got priorities. No, like
exactly.
You have phases like these. Anybody you hit around the nose these days. I don't even buy stuff for the thing. I just buy if it's large or extra large. That's all I care about. That's all I care about.
I bought this from Burlington. It doesn't fit me, but you get the point. Look at this brown.
I've been on that
brown
shit.
Shirt.
Been on that shit, bro.
I don't think I have Uniqlo. I keep trying to put y'all onto Uniqlo. They have a selection of like the cleanest $20 t-shirts, plain no color.
You can buy your shit in bulk.
Okay.
Niggas got a B Chase membership.
Yes,
I-
bro. White,
I-
bro. If you look at my closet, it's
No,
full of
white
tees.
tees here.
Either
Yeah,
my
yeah.
girl's getting it or I'm getting it, and I don't. Bro, I just
I
rotate
don't
white
care.
tees. Like, what? How
it's-
you gonna diss a white tee, bro? It's
like-
white.
I agree with you. I agree
No,
with
I'm
you.
saying like in public. How you gonna diss a white tee? It's white.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and so I'm saying cancel culture, all that other stuff. Guys, take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, especially the young men who resonate with. If you watching us, bro, like if you 19, if you 20, you don't need to have it all figured out. Like,
really don't.
And I really wish. The thing is, I really wish I listened to this podcast like this when I was 17. Bunch of different routes I would have taken rather than somebody would have told me, bro, all this stuff in like 3-4 years, it's not going to matter at all. It's not like in 3-4 years, where your mind is going to be at, like you're going to look back and think, what the fuck? I have a $100 t-shirt sitting in my closet. I have not put it on once in 7 months.
I never understood why y'all bought that shit.
It looked good though.
It looked good. I wanted to
I'm not saying
get
it
home.
don't. I'm not saying they don't. But whenever you told, for example, your soccer cleats, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this
that was
nigga up to?
But Quasi, but that's what I'm saying.
Even with like what was going on, right? Even with what was going on, I was still like, bro.
My thing is, even if I could do it, I don't know how Quadro did, because for me, I feel like every cleat I need to break them in. It takes me a month for me to, no, 2 months for me to fully get used to my cleats. So I never traded. In my lifetime, I've probably only bought 5 cleats, and I could tell you color, name, and every single one of them. I probably only bought 5 cleats.
But that's what I'm saying. It was a phase.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like the minute I stopped playing the sport seriously, gone.
Yeah.
Because I had like there was no reason like I have like that's what I'm saying. There's a bunch. I wish I could show you guys the shoes I have. I have 2 closets full of shoes. I wear 3 pairs a week.
Yeah.
3.
You know what? You know what I would give? You know what I would give
rotation.
to go back in time and stop? Like, you only need 3 pairs. My beaters, my going out shoes, and the shoes I go to work in, and my gym shoes. What else do I need? What else do I need?
Here's my thing. You want to put it down the thing? My beaters and my going out shoes, my gym shoes are all the same shoes. It's my Sambas. You seen them. My gym shoes, my beaters, my going out shoes is my Sambas. Unless I'm going to a special event, baby. Listen,
Take it with it.
the thing.
Take
I'm
it.
like, honestly, that's what I realized. It's funny because after I finished my brother's graduation, and he was like, I'm ready to go. I was like, honestly, I looked at it. I was like, bro, none of this stuff is ever gonna matter ever again. All these people that you meet now, you're never gonna talk to them ever again. Probably one or two, and then you're gonna move on with your life. The things that you cared about here, you're gonna realize how fucking stupid it was to care about it. But it's like it's okay because you're a kid. You know what I mean?
You gotta go through the life phases. Like
You gotta go through it. You can like don't just take it from my perspective. Like don't just be like, oh, because my brother said so. Like I got to do it this way. No, go through it because at the end of the day, it's life. You know what I mean? You care about stupid shit when you get older. You're like, damn, I can't even believe that shit used to bother me. Now I was like, I don't really give a damn. I can't really believe I let that shit bother me. No, I don't really care. Like,
The greatest thing I ever heard was go after girls and women that like you. The peace you will find
Oh my god.
is second to none. You will save yourself so much time, so much money. Because you're not running around trying to convince. The worst thing you could ever do in life is try to convince someone
2 points.
why they should like you.
Yes, and that's the thing. But the thing is, the good thing is, I figured it out at the young age. There's people who are still trying to figure it out at the age of 30.
All the confidence in the world
Yes.
doesn't matter if the person doesn't like. Even if they come to you, you convince them. If they see someone they actually like, they're leaving.
Bro, and that's the thing. Like, I think that's the most advice. Like, a lot of guys, I've met some, they're like, oh, nah, she not responding back quick. I was like, oh, yeah, she don't want you. And they be like, nah, bro, like, I think she just busy. No, she ain't busy. Nobody's that busy.
I'm not gonna lie, I've told myself those lies.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing.
Exactly. But you've been through that phase. You had to go through it.
See, you like them. You like them, so you convinced yourself.
Yes.
So now try to get someone that likes you, bro.
But
But
that's
you
what-
know, Everyone's
what I'm
got to
saying,
go
like,
through it to realize it. So
Yeah.
everybody know coach is in retirement phase. Like it's like there's a clear difference between a woman who likes you and a woman who wants to get chased. Goes for both sides, man and woman. A woman who likes you off the rip, and you are, Quasi, you're right. It will save you so much time and peace.
mental
You're not
anguish,
second guessing.
bro. You're good.
You're not
Fuck
second
that.
guessing. They're communicating. And then when women are like so emotional and how they they can't help but express how much they like you. They can't help but express, "Good morning, handsome. Can I cook for you?" Like, I've been there, but I've also been in the scene where I felt like I want to rip my shirt off, but I can't because it's talk a lot. What is that? What is that Grey's Anatomy thing? Pick me,
Taylor
choose me,
Taylor
love
hit
me.
it. Taylor hit it when he said, "I could feel like a kid."
And
Like-
I get it. And sometimes I'm just like, sometimes when I'm like, I have too much time to think to myself, and my mind goes there, and I have that out of body experience. I'm just looking at myself, like I just want to go back in time and just slap, just grab this thing in the body, just like stop,
Stop! Like, bro, like it's so crazy. Like, bro, like you don't realize, like a woman who likes you, they'll get up.
When you like someone, doing certain things for them doesn't feel like a chore, doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like you're doing anything.
because
And also, it should be vice versa.
But that's what I'm saying. Because your heart is so in it. Your brain is
Yes.
like when your heart is in something, your brain goes on autopilot in doing it. Like you don't think about it. Like it's very little action going on here. It's just straight heart.
Well, you don't like your partner. They breathe around you. You're just like, damn.
She wake
Did you
up and you mad. She wake up and you mad. But to close out the segment, beautiful segment. I didn't think the conversation was going to take away again, but I hope we get good stuff out of that. Quick little game I wanted to play because I wanted to guys see your reaction. Quick, last 5 minutes. We close it out. I know, top 5 and very quick, right?
Top 5
Both.
what?
I'll be the quiz master. What do you guys think is the African country, the top 5 with the most cheating men in it? Top 5.
I feel like every African country, but
No, but if you had to pick
Who
one,
are
which
the
one you're
waistline
like,
niggas? The niggas with the waistline.
Congo.
Yes.
and I'll tell you guys which one. I have the actual answers here, and I'll tell you guys which one of you guys got
I'll
it
go
right.
one
So
from
give me
1 to 5. Nigeria, Ghana, Congo.
wait, Nigeria, Ghana, Congo,
Kenya. Yeah, and
I
Kenya,
was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Kenya.
and South Africa.
Kenya. No, not Burundi. Nobody knows them niggas from there, bro. Kenya, Congo, Uganda.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. There's still Morocco in there.
Okay.
There's still Morocco in there. What's another
There's other
one?
Arabs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will cap it off. I'm not gonna say Ghana. Ghana's not on that list, really. Ghana's not on that list. Ghana men don't cheat, bro.
Facts. Keep it all the way, honey. So you have Kenya, Congo, Uganda, Morocco, and last one.
But let's throw some South Africa. The south of Africa in there. Any of those?
Okay. So you both gave your top 5. I will say one of you. Actually, one of you got 3 right, and then one of you got 2.
It's me.
So, yeah, Ibra got more. Ibra
Niggas stole my
said
answer.
Nigeria, Ghana, Congo, Kenya, and South Africa. Here's the real list, right? Number 5, Kenya's number 5,
I
where
do
they've
that.
reported 20% of all married men in that country cheat.
Damn.
Why do they always
That's-
track the men though?
That's 5. Number 4 is Togo. 37%
You know
of all
what?
men
I was
cheat.
gonna say that. I shit you
37%
not. I
Percent of all Togolese men cheat.
Because the
Number
niggas
3.
are caught between Ghana and Nigeria, bro.
The number 3, Egypt. 40% of Egypt's men cheat.
I was close with Arabs.
Number 2 was Nigeria with 62%.
Damn.
Is
Shit.
that a surprise though?
No.
The number 1 country was South Africa, where it's 58%
That ain't no
men,
surprise.
51% women.
That
mean-
ain't no surprise.
I mean,
That ain't no surprise.
that ain't no surprise.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
that ain't
I'm
no
gonna find
surprise.
I'm gonna find more top fives African edition for us to do. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's been your boys over at the O2 Podcast. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.